All right, what's going on, family? We're going to talk about this article right here from the Daily Hodl. An early Bitcoin investor launches a lawsuit to recover a wallet with $560 million worth of Bitcoin that's in the trash field. Yeah, that's in the landfill. This man is trying to get his hard drive back because he apparently would be a multimillionaire. So it's been going on for a very long time, to the point to where you guys can even see this article right here. Bitcoin worth 186 million lost in landfill. How a software engineer plans to find his loot. 186 million. This was back in 2022, so about 2 years ago. It has now ballooned into $560 million. You know this dude right here is torn. If he can find, or if he knows that his storage to where the Bitcoin is on is in the landfill, from going to $186 million to 560, that's $500 million right there. And all he wants to do is just go ahead and get that storage to where the Bitcoin is on so that he can reclaim it, so that he can finally be a millionaire. But just imagine that storage, that hard drive, is somewhere under feet of trash. Would you go out and try to search for your hard drive? Is it worth that? To me, I would say yeah. Now, you have to do it in a feasible way though. Like, you just don't want to go out there with your bare clothes, bare hands, and just start digging and try to find it. I mean, the landfill, I imagine, is massive, it's huge. It's kind of finding like a needle in a haystack. Where do you even begin? Where do you begin digging? Where do you begin your search? Because ever since that hard drive was placed in this landfill, there's been more trash placed on top of that hard drive. Is it even salvable right now? Is it even able to be recouped? Because it's been out in the elements. It may have started decomposing. It may have rust on the hard drive. But this man is willing to go through great lengths to try to get that Bitcoin, to where he's trying to sue the landfill. An early crypto investor is filing a lawsuit in an attempt to recover a wallet containing $560 million in Bitcoin. According to a new Daily Mail report, James Howells accidentally threw away 8,000 Bitcoin 10 years ago. Now, you place anything out in the elements for 10 years. Do you really think it's going to work properly? That's a huge risk. That's a big gamble to go out and try to find a hard drive that's been sitting out in the elements for 10 years. Especially on top of other rubble and other trash. All of that hazardous waste from the trash that's sitting on top of the hard drive could have seeped into the hard drive. But is now hoping a lawsuit could help him retrieve them. His partner at the time reportedly threw away the hard drive containing his crypto assets after he placed it in a black trash bag. Now, who's at fault with that? You placed the hard drive in a trash bag. Maybe your partner felt, hey, this must be trash, so let me throw it out. Who's at fault? After some research, Howells thinks that the hard drive is in a particular area in South Wales. Imagine all of the research, the time that this dude put in to try to figure out where this hard drive is in a landfill in the UK. He thinks that this hard drive is at South Wales landfill in the United Kingdom, known as the Newport Household Waste Recycling Center. However, searching the area would require excavating. See that? It's going to require excavating 100,000 tons of trash buried under 2 hills. 100,000 tons is sitting on top of this hard drive. And you're trying to tell me that that is salvageable? That you can save it? That you can pull this hard drive out and actually connect it to a computer and get your Bitcoin off on top of it being out in the elements for 10 years, 10 plus years. And the Newport Council, which oversees the landfill, has rejected his multiple requests to let him excavate the area. The council reportedly says that the landfill can't be disturbed due to strict environmental regulations. Howells even offered the council some of the Bitcoin proceeds if he found them. But what if he don't? What if he doesn't find the hard drive? And then let's say that he does find the hard drive. But like I told you, it can be saved. You can't pull the Bitcoin off the hard drive because it's damaged. So how is he going to pay the Newport Council? He went through all of this to pull out this hard drive. He got it, but then he finds out that he can't get the 8,000 Bitcoin off. So how will the council get paid? You already did the work. You digged 100,000 tons of rubbish up off of its surface. You disturbed it. You may have even put some hazardous chemicals into the atmosphere. But you still couldn't get the Bitcoin off the hard drive. This is what the council is saying. I quote, "We have been contacted multiple times since 2013. Here it is, 2024. About the possibility of retrieving a piece of IT hardware said to contain Bitcoins, which may or may not be in our landfill site." Now think about that. I see too many unknowns here in this situation. That maybe Howells shouldn't go out and try to dig 100,000 tons worth of trash to find a hard drive. Like, think how big this hard drive really is. It's not that big when you look at the circumference, the area of the landfill. And then what if it's not even at this landfill site? The council has told Mr. Howells multiple times that excavation is not possible under our environmental permit, and work of that nature would have a huge negative environmental impact on the surrounding area. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. One way that I think Howells could get them to dig is if he was to get some type of order from the court or a judge, or, you know, like how in crime and investigations, how they usually go to landfills and find certain things. They begin to disturb the area in a landfill for crimes and investigations. Well, why can't he do it with this particular situation? If it's his property, if he owns it and he wants to go out and retrieve it, is that a right that a citizen in the United Kingdom can do? So now he's reaching out to the high courts. Now, maybe he should have done this the moment that he found out that that hard drive was in a landfill, to try to go ahead and get some type of warrant to go out and dig to find his property. Howells is now asking the high court to let him search for it, and he has the backing of hedge fund investors who would gain a share of any retrieved Bitcoin, says Howell. The council may be happy to leave that in a landfill, but I'm not. They want me to go away and forget about it, but how could anyone? Why should I back down? All I want is a chance to get my property back. That's all I want to do. But at what cost? What if he places other citizens of the UK at risk and they become damaged? Will those citizens be able to sue him if they become sick, if their medical bills become increasingly high to where they can't pay and afford it? Or who will be at risk? Will the landfill, the council be at risk? Who? What would you do? How should this scenario end? Because it's been 10 years. 10 years, and this man still did not find his hard drive. He's getting pushed back. He's getting pushed back. That Bitcoin, it's just crazy to think that that Bitcoin went from $186 million to now 560. It's killing him on the inside. I know it is. to not get access to that hard drive. I know it's just hurting him massively inside. That he just knows that, man, I had my chance to be a multi-millionaire, $500 million richer. And my hard drive is in a landfill. Don't know where it is. It could be here. It could be there. But just knowing that you became a millionaire, but you're not a millionaire, it kind of hurts you inside. What do you guys think about this? Give me your thoughts. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.